Good morning, grade 5. This week in mathematics, we're going to look at decimals. Decimals is a way of writing a fraction that does not show the numerator and denominator, but is expressed as tenths or hundreds. For example, we have this fraction here where there's a whole number and a proper fraction. The whole number is 217 and 35 hundredths. This can be written as a decimal by following the values of the numbers: 2 in the hundreds, 1 in the tens, and 7 in the ones. This dot here is what is called a decimal point. The decimal point separates the whole numbers from the fraction. The first digit after the point is 3 with the value tenth, and then 5 with the value hundredth. If we had another number here, it was going to be a thousandth. So the number after the point is not read as a whole number because it is a fraction. It is not a whole number. So this number is read as 217.35 and not 217.35. That is wrong. Okay, so this is how we write decimal numbers with the place values. Now I'm going to move on to show you how to convert fractions to decimals. When you look at this fraction, 1/10, don't forget the place value. Remember, we are looking at the place value. So this fraction, like you can read it, 1/10. Look at the denominator, it's a tenth. How many tenths are there? Just one. There are no whole numbers, that's why it's 0.1. Because of the 1 being the first value after the point, so it is 0.1. 1/10, then 1 is in the tenths. If we have an improper fraction, 11/10, we change it to a mixed number, which will be 1 whole and 1/10. Because we have 1 whole, this one goes into the ones. And the 1/10, the 1 will go in the tenths, the first value after the point. So the answer will be 1.1. Now, where you have a whole number, a mixed fraction or mixed number, 8 and 3/10. The 8 is a whole number, so it comes in the ones. 3/10, this is a tenth, so the first value after the point, so it will be 8.3. Now let's look at the hundredths. The hundredths is the second value after the point. So when you're writing a fraction as a decimal where the denominator is 100th, know that you should have 2 numbers after the decimal point. In this example, we have 6 hundredths. There are no whole numbers, that's why there's the 0. Then comes the decimal point. We don't have any tenth because it is 6 hundredths. So the last number should be in the hundredths value, meaning the answer is 0.06. When we look at the next example, 14 hundredths. Again, we know that after the point, there will be 2 digits because we are working with the hundredths. We don't have a whole number, which is 0. Place the point, and then we don't say 14, but 1/4. We have 1/10 and 4 hundredths. Now we look at the last example where there's a whole number and a proper fraction. 1/68 hundredths. 1 is a whole number, so it will take the value of the ones. Then place the point. The denominator has got hundredths, meaning there'll be two numbers after the point. The 6/10th and the 8/100th. So you write it as 1.68. So now you are going to work with the work that has been sent, where you are first going to write the place value of 2 in each of the following. So you can start your work.